All right, it is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020 at 3:24 p.m. All right, let's take a look quickly here at the weather. We have Easter weekend severe weather outbreak, including a threat for tornadoes possible in the south. All right, here see severe storms, Gulf moisture pulled northward, and the jet stream pushing storms in this area. Let's take a look here. A potentially dangerous severe weather outbreak is possible Easter weekend. This possible outbreak may stretch from Texas to the southeast. Severe thunderstorms may be most numerous from Saturday afternoon through Sunday night. A threat for flooding rainfall is also in play. Uncertainty in the details remains at large. Check back for theweather.com for more updates. Says a dangerous Easter weekend severe weather outbreak is increasingly possible across a large part of the south, including the threat of tornadoes, damaging winds, and flooding rain. April is a notoriously volatile month for severe thunderstorms and tornadoes in the U.S., and our overall setup this weekend has grabbed the attention of meteorologists. A slow moving upper level low pressure system may be bringing rain to California, and a desert southwest will finally accelerate into the south this weekend. Increasingly warm and humid air is expected to stream northward out of much warmer than average Gulf of Mexico ahead of the upper level low, providing fuel for thunderstorms. Increasing wind shear, the difference in wind speed and or direction with height would support severe thunderstorm. So here's Gulf moisture pulls northward, storm system tracks eastward, so mostly from Texas all the way up to some parts of New York, parts of Chicago, all of the south. So it's pretty much a lot of moisture coming up from the Gulf, and then the storm is moving eastward. It says this overall setup is fairly clear, but there are important, considerable uncertainties in the details, making this severe forecast a bit less clear. First, the upper lows moving out of the southwest are among the biggest stumbling blocks for computer models and weather forecasts. They often move slower than expected and make forecasts a challenge. Secondly, in a large area of heavy rain develops over the south that would suppress the instability needed for severe thunderstorms in at least some areas for some period of time. The bottom line, there is a significant threat of severe thunderstorms in the south, both Saturday and Sunday. If the ingredients are come together just right, there could be a severe weather outbreak with tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. Uh, the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration Storm Prediction Center, the agency responsible for the National Severe Weather Forecast, wrote a substantial severe episode appears possible this weekend in their Wednesday morning extended outlook. While it's too soon to determine some details, including the magnitude of the tornado threat and the exact severe threat timing, here's our latest thinking on the severe weather potential each day this weekend. The forecast may change as details come into focus in the days ahead, so check back with weather.com for updates. Saturday, severe thunderstorms and heavy rains are possible for parts of Texas and southeastern Oklahoma on Saturday. This threat could persist Saturday night in Texas while spreading into parts of the lower Mississippi Valley and deep south. So Saturday weather outlook, Saturday to Saturday night. We got San Antonio, Austin, Abilene, Dallas, Shreveport, Houston, and Lafayette. Easter Sunday. This would be the most dangerous time for the possible outbreak, with widespread severe thunderstorms sweeping across the deep south from the lower Mississippi Valley earlier in the day to at least parts of Georgia and North Florida later in the day or night. There is potential for at least some severe thunderstorms to spread further north and east. For now, what is shown on the map below is the zone most likely to see severe thunderstorms during Easter Sunday. So we got severe weather forecast Sunday night from Houston to Shreveport to Lafayette to Jackson, New Orleans, Birmingham, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Atlanta, Albany, and Tallahassee, Florida. So this whole area for the possibility of severe weather forecast from Sunday night. There's also a flash flood threat In addition to the threat of severe thunderstorms and tornadoes, bands of heavy rain are expected across much of the south, at times perhaps through Monday morning. These heavy rain bands may trigger flash flooding, particularly if they stall out for a period of an hour or more. These heavy rain bands may occur hours ahead of the peak severe weather threat time. As always, head all flash flood warnings if you have to heed all flash flood warnings. If you have to leave home or drive, never cross a flooded road. Turn around, don't drown is the saying. So that's it for that. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, it says the Weather Channel. It is going to be a stormy day. That's today. Some areas could be looking at large hailstones, damaging winds, and tornadoes. Alright, that's today, Wednesday. Let's take a look at the area map here. So this is from Shreveport, from Little Rock, Springfield, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Lexington, Roanoke, Washington, D.C., Norfolk, North Carolina, Atlanta, Montgomery, and Jackson, Mississippi. All this area has possible of severe thunderstorms into tonight, Wednesday. So that's today. Let's take a look at the next picture. Threat for 1-inch hail or greater. So this is into tonight. All this area has the likely possibility of 1-inch hail or greater. And you see St. Louis, Nashville, Springfield, these areas here in the deep purple have more chance of getting a 1-inch hail, but the larger, lighter purple also has a chance of getting hail. So pay attention. Alright, next. Threat for damaging winds. Again, the St. Louis, Nashville, Huntsville, Lexington, Indianapolis area has more likely possibility of getting the damaging winds, but also the light blue has a chance for possible damaging winds. And finally, tornado, the Torcon. We got a Torcon of 3 from St. Louis, Nashville, Memphis, and Louisville in the middle there, in Springfield, and then a Torcon of 2 in the Montgomery, Atlanta, Asheville area. So it's like an outer layer of a Torcon of 2, still high possibility of tornado in the Torcon of 3 area in the middle. So if you live in these areas, please be aware that there's severe weather coming your way, possibility of today. Alright, and this is the 1-day outlook for enhanced risk across a part of the mid-Mississippi, Ohio, and Tennessee valleys. This is the area all the way from Texas all the way up the eastern seaboard and by parts of Chicago. Alright. And then we got Reed Timmer himself saying SPC has issued a massive enhanced risk for severe weather this afternoon, evening, mainly for very large hail, but also isolated tornadoes from central southern Illinois through eastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas, much of Tennessee, west central Kentucky. Stay tuned for warnings. And this is his picture. So this whole area here in the center, enhanced risk of possible storms. So that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more. Please stay aware of your news in your area if you live in these areas. Keep an eye on your neighbors, and please, if you live in the area where there's increased chance of hail, take the time now, put a tarp over your car if you can, just in case. You never know with these storms. Hail does pretty much a lot of damage. Alright guys, hit like and subscribe for more, and see you guys next time. God bless.